Good morning. Isn't it a lovely morning? And it actually is morning for me right now. 6:40 to 6:13 a.m. Anyways, we got some interesting news today. The Tiger King animal trainer, Doc Antle, sentenced for wildlife trafficking. The reality TV personality was accused of illegally buying endangered lion cubs in Virginia for display and profit at his South Carolina zoo. That not one alone? Cool. This dude. Do I recognize that guy? Doc Antle. Let's see. What does this guy look like? Oh, that dude. That guy. Let's see. Winchester, Virginia. An animal trainer featured in the popular Netflix series Tiger King has received a suspended 2-year sentence after being convicted of wildlife trafficking in Virginia, the state attorney general office announced. Bagavan Doc Antle. His name is Bagavan. Bagavan? That's a name? Bagavan Doc Antle also was banned from owning and dealing in exotic wild animals in the state for 5 years. Attorney General Jason Mayeris said Tuesday in a statement. Antle was accused of illegally buying endangered lion cubs in Frederick County, Virginia, for display at his and profit at his South Carolina zoo. A jury convicted him in June of 2 felony counts, each of which trafficking and conspiring to wildlife traffic. He faced up to 20 years in prison. Antle, who owns Myrtle Beach Safari, appeared in Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness, Netflix documentary miniseries that focused on tiger breeders. Prosecutor said Myrtle Beach Safari's lucrative petting zoo motivated Antle to maintain a steady supply of immature lion cubs, and that there were illegal cub exchanges in 2017, 2018, and 2019. Mayeris said the prosecution of the case sends a clear message. In Virginia, we uphold the rule of law without exception, whether dealing with violent repeat offenders, big pharma, fraudsters, and scammers, or wildlife traffickers, he said. Interesting. This whole Tiger King thing, I can't believe, honestly, that it's still going on. Like, we still hear stuff about it. I mean, good. If this guy's being a douchebag, good that he's getting his comeuppance, so to speak. I don't know. It's one of those it's a weird situation because I think that there is merit to owning big cats. The right people doing it can be actually a very good thing for them. Because of private owners, big cats most likely will never go extinct. And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. Because people are owning them, they will always be around. Whether that's a good thing or not to some, I don't know. But there's definitely a line where it's ridiculous, not a good thing. And it seems like this is one of those things. Yeah, they have any other articles? The Guardian. Oh, this is when he was convicted. Has been convicted of wildlife trafficking in Virginia, the Attorney General office announced on Tuesday. Antle, who owns blah, blah, blah. The jury acquitted Antle on 5 counts of animal cruelty, and the judge, Alexander Iden, dismissed 4 additional animal cruelty charges against Antle and all charges against his 2 adult daughters, the Winchester Star reported. Prosecutor Michelle Welch said Myrtle Beach Safari's lucrative petting zoo motivated Antle to maintain a steady supply of immature lion cubs that he purchased from Wilson's Wildlife Animal Park near Winchester, calling the arrangement a cub pipeline from Virginia to South Carolina. When Antle and Keith Wilson, the park's former owner, began doing business in 2015, it was still legal to buy and sell lions, Welch said. But after lions were designated as an endangered species in 2015, lions can only be traded between zoos and wildlife preserves that were part of an established breeding program and had permits. There were 3 illegal cub exchanges in 2017, 2018, and 2019, Welch said. Antle was indicted in 2020 on several offenses, including felony counts of wildlife trafficking and conspiracy. In August 2019, 119 animals, including lions, tigers, bears, camels, goats, and water buffalo, were seized from Wilson's roadside zoo after a judge found that Wilson's cruelty treated, neglected, and deprived the animals of adequate care. Wilson testified that Antle paid him in advance under the guise of a donation. He said Antle paid $2,500 to $3,000 for a cub, the exception of 2017 transaction, and Antle traded 3 lynx kittens for 3 lion cubs. Wilson is charged with 9 misdemeanor counts of animal cruelty and 10 felony counts of selling endangered species and hearing in his case in scheduled Friday. Defense attorney, blah, blah, blah. So he was charged with all this stuff. In June. Okay, so this is what the case was about. But he was actually sentenced. He received a suspended 2-year sentence. And so he got off pretty freaking good. Suspended 2 years means that, like, you don't have to serve any more time because you already served the time, I believe. That's what that means, right? What is suspended sentence? Suspended sentence is a legal arrangement in which a convicted criminal defendant is not sentenced to jail but may be sentenced for that crime at a future time if they commit another crime during a specific period. A judge may partially or entirely suspend the convicted individual's prison or jail sentence so long that they fulfill certain conditions. If the conditions are violated, the state may petition to revoke the suspended sentence and reimpose the original term of the sentence by proving in an evidentiary hearing and by a preponderance of evidence standard that the defendant indeed violated the conditions. A judge can impose a jail term, but suspend sentencing to allow the defendant to serve probation instead of time behind bars. Suspended sentences can also help the state avoid jail overcrowding. So he's not going to go to jail if certain criteria are met. Basically, be a good boy and you won't actually have to go to jail. Okay, I mean, I can get behind this as much as, you know, at one point it was legal. Now it's not. He's still trying to do it to make money. I get it. I get it. This isn't as egregious as I thought. It's still not great, but, you know, that's how he made his money. And the laws changed. And now I don't know, the animal abuse part doesn't seem to hold that much ground, because if he was like actually straight up abusing animals, then probably would have gotten more. Or else in Virginia we hold it. Yeah, but if it's a suspended sentence, like, what are you really doing? It says the mayor has said the prosecution of the case sends a clear message that if you do all this stuff, you'll not actually have to go to jail unless you do something bad again. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Keep it wild.